7 tips on how to be a great networker. Networking is defined as the activity of meeting people who might be useful to know. It's not selling, it's meeting people who might be useful to know. And in the business arena, you never know who you're going to meet. And that's why networking can be such a great discipline to apply to your business, your career, or your entrepreneurial journey. So here's 7 steps. The first one is all about preparation. What do they say? Fail to plan, plan to fail. So it's about understanding which is the right networking group to go for. You could find yourself involved in science and technology and end up in a room of investors and bankers. Might not be the right place for you. So make sure you're going to the right event first and foremost. So ask people who you know, where might be a good place for me to network in my chosen sphere business. Secondly, find out the format of the networking. Some networking can be quite informal. Some involve you making an elevator pitch where you're expected to stand up in front of people and say something insightful for 60 seconds. Imagine going to the networking and being unprepared to deliver that pitch. And then simple aspects of when and where. How do you find it? Where do you park? Where's the networking room? Making sure that all those steps are in place so that when the event happens, you're ready and in the best mindset. Step number 2 is what you do. When you go networking, you're going to be given that question so many times. So, Chris, what is it you do? I need to have a really good answer to that question. It's short, it's succinct, and most importantly, it generally involves the person asking you a follow-up question, such as, that's interesting, how do you do that? If you want more tips about how you answer that question, what do you do, then maybe you need to reach out and ask for some help. Number 3, it's all about the event itself. You arrive on time, you've got some basic essentials with you, such as your business cards, a pen, something to write down notes on so that you can follow up afterwards, and making sure that all that preparation is there. You've got the right clothes on, you're going to arrive on time and stress-free. Option number 4 is to speak to the organizer of the event and really get them on side for you. Why don't you talk about what you do, who you're looking to talk to on the day, and who do they know that might be coming that might be a good introduction? And perhaps they could introduce you to that person when they arrive. The organizer knows more about the event than you do, and getting them on side can make sure that you get that network event to perform to you for the best return on your time. Tip number 5 is be prepared when you meet people to ask really good questions. Those questions will be open questions which generally start with a what, a who, a how, or a when. Who can I connect you with today? What are you looking to achieve from today? How can I help you? It's all about giving for the expectation that in the future, reciprocity will give something back to you. Nobody likes a networking event where you're just the shark looking for your individual selfish opportunity. But when you ask great questions and you look as if you're interested, you often find yourself being the interested person in the room, and other people will introduce you because of the way that you've made others feel. So think about the questions that you can ask others that make you look genuinely interested in others. Number 6 tip is a really good one for getting yourself out of uncomfortable situations. You might find yourself talking to somebody that makes you feel a little bit creepy, or perhaps they are the shark that's literally selling to you and you're thinking, this isn't serving me and my time. And therefore you have what I call your get out of jail free cards, such as, oh, I've left something in the car, I must go and get it. I've just seen somebody over there that I've been looking to connect with, and I must go and talk to them. I must go to the toilet before the event carries on because I've been drinking too much coffee this morning. You have some built-in mechanisms to extricate yourself from that person that is no longer serving you from the networking event, but you do it in a polite and genuine way. And really, as part of that, I'd love you to go to networking with an objective. How many people are you going to have the opportunity to follow up with after the event? And you know what happens when you set goals and targets? It's more likely that you'll achieve them, and therefore go to networking with a purpose. And the final aspect of networking is, as Jim Rohn says, the fortune is in the follow-up. So in your diary, in your calendar, automatically put that time baked into your calendar to make sure that after the event, you follow up on all the promises and requests that have been asked for or that you've provided. And then give and follow up and make sure that you keep following up until such time as that opportunity has now washed itself through. That's 7 tips for ways that you can make networking serve you. And the other thing about networking, as a little bonus tip, is evaluate your success. Perhaps you've got 3 networking environments that you go to, and the trick on this is to test and measure. The best returning networking you keep there at the top. And then perhaps your 3rd best networking you start to replace with other opportunities. And when you know that the 3rd is replaced with something that's better, you're always going to be rising your networking ability. Test and measure, success leaves clues, but most importantly, keep going with 100% commitment. You apply those 7 tips plus the bonus, and I assure you that networking will provide great opportunities for you to learn, meet new prospects, new opportunities, and grow your business. Good luck. Whatever you do, speak and serve, subscribe, and come back for more opportunities of how you make your networking, your speech, and your questions become insightful and powerful.